The Wraith Hive ship wails with the unending echo of millennia-long preying upon called ones, family members witnessing one another's demise, strangers mourning strangers and their own dismal fates. Of late, whole lineages have been silenced. The Wraith are famished. The Hive's drones stand guard over the livestock to keep discipline and ration, while the dumb brutes themselves starve, all wasting away. Those too weak to resist are cannibalized for the good of the Hive. Numbers dwindling, some from the more intelligent class are pressed into service as well. The Queen strokes down the back of her maiden Wraith worshipper. She leans in to smell the young woman's hair.
How long have you lived with us?
I think 3 generations of my people, my Queen.
You have served me well in that time, alerted me to all insurrections, all attempts to leave this world en masse.
Already averting her gaze, the young woman looks straight down. Yes, my Queen.
How have you enjoyed eternal life?
I miss my brothers.
But you could not persuade them to follow you.
No. A pity.
A pity.
Beneath the Queen's white fingers, the maiden worshipper begins to tremble from tears, and is gently turned by the Wraith in her hands.
Perhaps you would like to see them again?
The young woman smiles at her, and in the next moment, the Queen begins to feed. In short order, the Wraith takes back what she had long ago stored away. She hisses with euphoric satisfaction. She turns, and there John Shepherd kneels before the Queen. Seems like I should have been on the menu before her.
You will find
I hold another fate in store for you. A new Wraith enters and bows with his telepathic message.
Speak.
The last of this world hath been called.
I disposed of the worshipper. She cannot be an agent to oblivion.
See to her once you have secured Major Shepherd.
At once, my Queen.
It's Colonel, you know. He directs 2 other drones to enter and takes Colonel Shepherd away and remains behind after they leave.
The last of the worshippers? How will we obtain more?
They are a needless fancy. The time for subtle methods are behind us now.
Then why have you ordered the procedure?
You question me?
I do not understand the orders. We deplete a world while on the brink of starvation. And instead of moving on in search of new feeding grounds, you threaten to defile us.
There are no.
What could you mean, my Queen?
I mean what has long been in the coming. We are finished.
Then feed on Shepherd. Save us, my Queen.
Shepherd's first blow was deadly enough to us all. I see no worlds to call. I see only revenge.
What you speak of is to wound our dignity. You would make him a runner.
The Pegasus survivors will despise him. He will be shunned, perhaps hunted.
And maybe lead us to more of them. But the practice is prone to decadence and deviance. To make runners of humans is too much a luxury. I advise the Hive may turn
He is the tormentor of all Wraith. Tag him and send him through the gate.
At once, my queen.
Her underling leaves.
I will feed, and I will have it accentuated.
On the operating table, one Wraith holds Colonel Shepard with concentrated telepathy. He is immobilized, but surprised to discover there is no pain. When finished, he is made to sit up and discovers the reason. The Queen's advisor stands off with the P90.
You know what has been done to you?
Yeah, happened to my friend once or twice.
You will be sent through the gate. You will not load this before you do.
Got it. Thanks. For that back there.
You will not be given time to recover. I will not have you spoiled as a runner. Do not doubt, I will kill you when I see you again.
I think the feeling's mutual. The Wraith hisses a smile at the Colonel. An honor guard stands before Shepard at the Hive's internal gate. This becoming standard for you guys? The gate is dialed without an answer.
Normally you would receive so many days ahead as dictated by the arrangement. But, on this occasion, you will not be able to travel to any of the worlds. The wormhole will be maintained. And given the Queen's vendetta, I would not even count on having one day.
I'll keep that in mind. The wormhole is established and the Hive tremors. Outside, the Daedalus pounds away with their railguns, lest they forfeit Shepard's life with the more advanced weaponry. A radio is on the Wraith Advisor's person.
Shepard, if you can hear me, head through the gate. We'll pick you up on the surface. Caldwell out.
Shepard snatches the radio from the Wraith's belt and runs for the gate.
Seize him!
Colonel Shepard blazes through the honor guard with the P90 and disappears through the gate. Beyond the grasp of conscious thought, Colonel Shepard undergoes a prolonged journey. Though a local wormhole, the temporal odyssey always bears the perception of instantaneousness. Now, he twists and tumbles, and for a fraction of a moment knows the fear of being cast out the side of the wormhole in the endless void. But this will abruptly be forgotten, along with the musing if whether every trip through the gate was similar to the terror of this one. Out the other side, Shepard's thrown 12 feet from the gate and grazed by stunner fire. He is chilled to the bone, flash frozen. Awake and on his feet, his left leg is numb and eyes cloud as they rest on the event horizon. Whereas Shepard thought he was being sent back to a forested surface of the planet the Hive had been in orbit over, now he finds himself on a vast desert plain of stony red earth.
Shepard, where are you?
3 Wraith soldiers come through the gate. Shepard's dropped to a knee and shoots in single fire, aiming for their heads. He misses badly from the stunner blast creeping over him, threatening grave unconsciousness. But finally, each foe is felled by a couple bullets without an ounce of regenerative reserve. The Colonel waits a moment for more. I'm through the gate. It didn't send me to the surface. The connection isn't local.
Colonel Shepard, be advised we have confirmed the connection to be local. You must be somewhere on the surface. Identify your position.
No, this is all wrong. It doesn't look right.
We are still engaging the Hive and trying to find a way to beam the remaining people out. They're jamming our signal.
Heads up, Colonel. I saw the Queen feed on a worshipper. I don't think they intend to leave any survivors this time for later.
Acknowledged. We'll continue to try to get a fix on your position. Caldwell out.
A lone drone wanders through the gate. Dropped by Shepard, it falls back to be half enveloped by the horizon. Shepard rises from his crouched position and begins to limp away from the gate to a low-lying ridge. At a distance now, an untold number of Wraith pour through and fire on Shepard's position. He is still climbing the face of the slope to reach greater cover on the other side. There is static over his radio. The attempted message doesn't come through. Shepard reaches the top and lies across the other side. This is Colonel Shepard, come in. No reply. 2 Wraith darts burst through the gate and scream into the sky. Daedalus, darts, I need some kind of air support here or I'm not going to make it. The darts fix on Colonel Shepard's position for a deep dive, but then bank straight up, far out of sight.
Colonel Shepard, do we require assistance?
Who is this?
We're sending you a Kodiak. Stand by.
What's a Kodiak? 2 meteors streak across the sky and the wreckage crashes miles from the Stargate. A shuttle descends in their wake and proceeds to land near Shepard. A dozen or so armored soldiers pour out from the small craft and begin to lay down covering fire to keep the Wraith at bay, who by now have taken cover at the base of the ridge. One notable addition to the team is a large toad with a blue crest who barrels towards John, scoops him up, and delivers him inside the shuttle where they squeeze in the cramped compartment and take off to leave the Wraith behind in the desert dust. I'm Commander Shepard, and I want to know what I just saved you from. Did you see my ship or their ship in orbit? There's no one else here but us, and whoever's coming through that wormhole. I'm sorry, Commander. I'm a little confused about where I am. Who are you? We're from Earth.